Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video going over some new pictures that have been released from Entertainment Weekly for the Walking Dead television series Return After, I believe they're from, and just final thoughts, general final thoughts, since The Walking Dead is going to be premiering this Sunday. Yes, a couple days. Right, awesome. So let's get things kicked off with a picture of Glenn, which we've kind of seen in the Returns trailer, I believe it was, released by Entertainment Weekly. I know that these pictures in the video don't come across as high def, so I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check them out. We have, let's see, 6 of them. So this one to me is a really cool one. You can kind of see Glenn. He's there on some kind of platform, rubble looks like. Has he gone back to the prison? Is it another location like the big spot or something like that? I mean, it's really hard to say at this point. I do like the angle of the shot. It's a cool shot, and he looks like he's still sick, just kind of ready to pass out, but at the same time under obviously a lot of distress. I believe in his right hand there at the top, he's got a bag which is kind of hanging down, and the walkers are kind of reaching up at him. They know he's there, type thing. So it looks like a pretty cool scene, and yeah, I mean, I would assume this might be the first we see of Glenn. I don't know if we'll see the bus that he was on. Maybe he got off the bus right away. Maybe he I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what they do with it. But it's a cool picture, and like I said, high def quality pics. You can see them in the link in the description. Okay, next we have another one of Glenn, which is probably after that. I would assume he's wearing his patented riot gear, which he wore in the end of Season 3 when the governor attacked the prison the first time, if you guys remember. And there's been some controversy over this, the scene with him and Tara, or at least I believe it's him and Tara. Some people think that possibly it could be Lily and her, because the person in the riot gear is also seen in some different pictures. Being attacked at the prison, surrounded by a lot of walkers, running away with her. And my interpretation of it up until this point is that it is Glenn, unless we have 2 people wearing the SWAT gear, so to speak, the riot gear, which is possible. I mean, it could be, because some of the other pictures do look like the person has lighter, longer hair. So that's possible as well, too. I don't think we can say for sure one way or another right now. But to me, I mean, we know Glenn's wearing it, so it's probably Glenn, to be honest with you, unless they both have it on, which would be a little bit strange. Not impossible, but I just think it's more likely that that is, in fact, Glenn, who's gone back to the prison looking for Maggie, doesn't find her, and ends up running with Tara as they get out of there, running away. If you guys have seen my other earlier videos, you know exactly what I'm referring to. If you don't, feel free to check the channel. I've done lots of videos on this type of thing. A whole video just on that picture right there of Glenn and Tara seemingly running away from the prison. So we got to assume that he survives, even if he gets surrounded by a bunch of walkers. He manages to fight his way out of it, even if he is sick. So got big expectations for what's going to happen with Glenn and Maggie this season. I think out of all the characters that have been separated, the 2 of them being separated is going to be the most interesting, and there's obviously going to be a focal point, seeing as how they've kind of helped each other survive through the zombie apocalypse up until this point. And of course, Maggie has just lost Herschel, so we'll see what kind of state she's in, since she's lost basically everyone she cares about at this point, and needs to find at least a couple of them, and doesn't know if they're okay or not, and at the same time knows, of course, that Herschel is not. Yeah, so interesting stuff. And we have one of Norman Reedus, which we've kind of seen ones like before. Looks like there's some kind of building in the background, him and probably Beth, who's somewhere close by. Not sure exactly where they go. I know that there is there's a bunch of tombstones he runs by. It looks like a graveyard of some kind, possibly a church somewhere mixed in there. I don't know if we're retreading old ground, because there was a church earlier on in Season 2, if you guys remember, they went into. Maybe heading back to the farm, something of the sort. Or maybe just kind of close by, fairly near to the prison. They've run into some kind of establishment or something. I guess we'll have to see where that goes. But he looks kind of shocked face in this one. Yeah, I would say that. Another of Norman Reedus as he's running through the brush. Kind of a cool picture as well. Pretty cool. Not much really to say for this one. It's probably with him and Beth where they're running and then they pass out in the cornfield. Probably we'll meet up with them. I would think we'll probably touch base with them as they're running away from walkers or something of the sort from the prison, being chased or something. And one that's kind of similar to what we've seen already. Did do a video on one that was from another angle of basically this one, which is just that Michonne is going to be getting some new pets, obviously. Always fun with the rope, obviously has them tied up, but I don't see them carrying her bags as of yet. Maybe no gear yet. She's still got to establish, grab some stuff. Probably tracking Rick and Carl, seemingly. And we have Carl who's trying to break into a house here, as we can see. I imagine this is probably the same house where Rick and him are going to go into, and then Rick's going to basically pass out for a couple days probably. And finally just Rick looking into a peephole. I think it's at the house. The paint looks the same, really clean white. To see what's inside. Maybe they have to clear it up first before they can sort of rest there or make it their new little stop by home, so to speak. So we'll see what happens with that. Kind of reminds me of season 1 where you have Morgan's wife who looks through the peephole trying to see if there's anybody there. So kind of a cool parallel there. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have for this time, guys, for pictures. They've been releasing them a few at a time all the way throughout up until, the air date for After, Episode 9, the return, February 9th, this Sunday. Cannot wait, just a couple days away. It's been pretty quick wait, I want to think, in between the season. At least for me it has been. I want to thank all you guys for sticking with me throughout the break. Also for all the video suggestions you sent me. Was able to do Walking Dead videos, not every day, but pretty damn close, almost all the way through. I just had a few this week too as well. So I like to do that. I like to stay in the swing of things, and there's not a lot of TV shows that I get as excited for as The Walking Dead. In fact, there's never been one that I get that excited for. Even other shows, a lot of them I'll watch and stuff, but I just don't get hyped up for new episodes. If I check them out, yeah, I'll check them out. But The Walking Dead is the one where I just, I set the date on the calendar. I know when it's going to start, and I just get so excited for it. I just can't wait to see it. It's that good. It really is amazing. I actually think they made a better decision making a TV series for The Walking Dead versus a movie, a cinematic series, if they were to release a few movies of it instead. Because this type of quality, zombie apocalypse quality, there's a lot of movies out there that are zombie apocalypse based. I mean, a lot. B movies and stuff. And even ones that make it into theaters that are not nearly as good as The Walking Dead, in my opinion. They don't look as realistic. They don't feel the characters. You don't get that kind of connection to them as you do in The Walking Dead. Literally, the first few episodes of The Walking Dead television series from season 1 are probably better than any zombie movie I've ever seen, I think. Even if you were to just shorten the story arc between Rick, Carl, and Lori and do it in one movie, that would probably be the best zombie movie ever. And yet they are able to do 16 episodes a season, and then we're going to be getting the spin-off series next year as long as it goes through. So really exciting stuff. Really been just appreciative that AMC has put out this quality of show, because there's not a lot of stuff on TV these days like this. I look for other things during the break and try to pick up other shows and like to do reviews for some of them. There's a few that are good, but not many that I can say honestly can hold my attention for 4 seasons, and I'm just always like marking down the date. Cannot wait to see the next, start the next episode, and even, to the point where I'm motivated enough to make prediction videos for it, make discussion topics for it. It's funny that people care more about just like some random Walking Dead discussion topic than a review for another series that's on. Examples would be some I've done recently, like Helix, which is a good show, True Detective, another good show, but people just, they just love The Walking Dead. AMC has really done a great job, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad. There's not a lot of shows on TV that I feel deserve that kind of quality or deserve our attention the way The Walking Dead really does. Maybe Game of Thrones, one other. But aside from that, there's just not much else I feel. So really nice to see The Walking Dead is going to be coming back. Love they're doing 16 episodes a season. I hope they continue to do 16 episodes all the way through for 10 or 20 seasons, however many we can get. And I'll probably be marking off the calendar, even 5-10 years from now if they continue with it. Love it. Can't wait for Sunday. Really excited. Really stoked. It is the start of something new since Too Far Gone was the end of the Governor in Prison story arc. And I'm expecting it to be a lot, slower to start, obviously, because we're not at that level of climax that we were at Too Far Gone. But, even still, even though it's going to be, kind of a new slow start, I'm sure there's going to be lots of zombie action. There's going to be lots of excitement with the characters being separated. Character deaths, probably a couple before the end of the season. And lots of new interesting characters that we're going to meet. So that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. I don't know if I'll do any more videos up until Sunday. Obviously, Sunday, going to have the review posted that night as soon as I can. Usually it's posted at about midnight to 1 a.m.-ish, because my reviews are almost like 20 minutes long. People seem to like that. Let me know what you guys think about the length of the reviews. Do you like in-depth 15 to 20-minute reviews, or would you prefer I do what a lot of YouTubers do and post like a 4-minute review or 3-minute review, which is more like just like a quick, recap, general review rather than getting into specifics, which is what I do, where I review it in a lot of detail. Let me know what you guys think about that, about the heavily detailed reviews. Then, of course, the predictions, weekly predictions for the second half. After each episode airs, do the review that night. Next day, on the Monday, I do a predictions video going over the promos and predicting what I think is going to happen in the following week. That's how awesome The Walking Dead is. That's how much people enjoy watching it. And I'm really appreciative that you guys stick with me over the break, so thank you very much. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. Just really excited to get it on. Can't wait to see after. More excited. I get more excited to see The Walking Dead TV series than even movies or video games or anything else in entertainment that is released. The Walking Dead is by far the best zombie show ever. Or zombie anything. Movie, comic book, whatever. It's the best ever. Let me know what you guys think. Let me hear your opinions on the length of reviews. Do you prefer quick ones? Do you prefer my in-depth, longer ones? And what you thought about the videos throughout the break. If you enjoy watching or if you're just kind of waiting for the reviews to begin again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you feel about the channel. And, of course, let me know how excited you are for the return of TWD. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev. Saying peace.